I'm meteorologist Jason Nappy, tracking the cold front that's moving south right now, bringing in that much cooler and drier air. There's the front. You can see it there in the visible satellite picture. So comfortable sleeping weather is coming tonight. A much milder day tomorrow, and even a bit chilly. 40s up in the mountains, 50s at the coastline tonight. As that cold front comes in, no complaints here. We'll get a little reset button, and then things will begin to warm up late week. Let's take a look at it now in the hour-by-hour forecast. This is Monday at noon here. Follow along on your time code right here, okay? And you have a northwesterly breeze behind the front. So that's going to mean the humidity comes down. Now, because of downsloping, the wind warming as it comes down off the slopes of the mountains will get a little warmer at the coastline, but it is not going to be a hot and humid day by any stretch of the imagination. So let's put the map into motion. This is now about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You have 60s Katahdin region north, 70s to the south. And then tonight, here's your wake-up temperature at 5 o'clock in the morning. 48 Presque Isle, 49 Holton, and 51 in Lewiston, 56 in Portland. Then we get to your forecast Tuesday in the afternoon. Look at this, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, there will be some return of a southerly breeze here, southern coast, over towards the mid-coast, Penobscot Bay. But overall, 70s for high temperatures at the end of July. We'll take every bit of that. It'll be very comfortable. The dew point will be in the 50s if you're keeping track. So that's going to mean a very comfortable couple of days, really, for dew points in the 50s. Now, here is the forecast on Wednesday afternoon at 2 o'clock. So here we go. Wind out of the southwest a little bit. So you're going to start to notice temperature coming up close to 80 in Lewiston, 77 Millinocket, 76 Presque Isle, 80 back in Vermont and New York. Okay, going to have that. See Queensbury, Burlington, Newport. Okay, so upstate New York starts to warm up first, and then Vermont, New Hampshire. You know the deal here. We'll see that southwesterly breeze begin to crank up a bit. And that's going to mean we're going to get to our mini unofficial heat wave on Thursday. So this is Thursday at 2 o'clock. Here come the 80s, and it's a true southwesterly breeze. 88 Manchester, 81 Portland, 84 Lewiston, Auburn, okay, and 70s north. So the places to the south and west are going to be warmer, and it'll take a little bit more time for places like down east to get it. Down east to get more of that ocean kind of a breeze coming in right off Penobscot Bay and the Gulf of Maine. Now, on Friday at 5 o'clock, this is the air temperature at 5 o'clock. Actually, let me back it up to 2 o'clock. This is the air temperature. This is not the feels like. This does not factor in the humidity. 93 Manchester, a run for 90 Lewiston, 80 Millinocket, 86 Bangor. You add the humidity, we're going to be well into the 90s and even make a run for triple digits on Friday, okay? Then on Saturday, this is 11 o'clock in the morning, now 2 o'clock, Saturday, I'll stop it here. Here's your cold front that comes down, assuming it does, right? But over here is where the front typically dies, okay? We've been over this story a few times, right? So it would be much more humid in York and Cumberland counties on Saturday if the front, depending on the progress, can make it down from the north on Saturday and get all the way down to the coastline. Sunday, we'll see about the onshore flow for your Sunday afternoon, but we're likely right back in a southerly wind, so humidity stays high. It's not going to be like it is right now. Humidity is going to be falling. Humidity likely drops briefly and then rises again. So you get the idea here on the forecast. There are some changes coming, but this is much more going to be a longer duration type of heat for the humidity at least, okay? So I'll break all of that down in the forecast now going forward here. Here's a look at the cooler and comfortable weather on Nappy's notes, humidity dropping, great sleeping weather tonight and tomorrow night, and then the next heat wave. So Thursday, Friday, possibly Saturday. Unofficial because we'll be below 90 for 3 days in a row, but it'll still be quite hot and quite humid, especially in southern Maine. It's going to get it first, but this heat will push up into the county too. Here's your forecast in the mountains the next 10 days. 64, that's your high today at the end of July. Take that, 70, 76, then here come the 80s on Thursday, and then again for the weekend with that southerly wind returning to the forecast. 73 inland today, it's a dream. 78, same thing Tuesday, humidity low. And then we get back to a run for 90 without the humidity, with some thunder late as we get into Friday. And then humidity likely staying up into the weekend. I've got it right now teetering on being extremely high. So it's going to be high at least Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the coastline. The temperature at the coastline, 73 Tuesday. We'll switch to an onshore flow. It'll be a little bit more humid Tuesday and Wednesday, and then humidity ramps up Thursday, Friday. Hot, humid, hazy. And then for the weekend, 79, 76. It'll be humid, but it is not going to be as hot as Thursday and Friday. You get the latest forecast by going to nappycast.com and jasonnappyweather.com. Thank you.